Did you know the fall can be the best time of year to play golf? In this video, I will show you what is needed from us to maintain that hot midsummer form when the temperatures start to cool down. So if you haven't had much time to get out and play fall golf yet this year, that's okay. You know, the good news is that we have some time left. October can be a great month to get out here and take in a few rounds. You know, fall golf is one of the best times of the year for many reasons. I'll just kind of give you a few. Number one, it's a lot more comfortable out here in terms of the temperature. Number two, the course is in fabulous shape. I don't think you're going to find the course in better shape than what it is in right now. And number three, you know, aesthetically, it's very pretty out here. You know, what better time than now to get out and enjoy some activities in the outdoors? So, like I mentioned, if you haven't had to, that's okay. Make sure you put it on your calendar for October to get a few rounds in, and you're going to be happy that you did, especially what's upcoming in the next few months. So, when it comes to fall golf versus summer golf, there's one thing that we want to really zone in on, and that's our ability to turn. So what comes with fall golf, like I mentioned, is that the temperatures start to decline slightly. And when that happens, our body doesn't want to respond as well as it does in the summer. The summer, when it's nice and hot, our body is loose. It's easy to make those nice big turns on the golf ball. But in the fall, the temperature starts to decline slightly. Boy, the body starts to tighten up, and all of a sudden our turn starts to become pretty rigid, okay? And a major component to power and a major component to consistency is our ability to rotate in the golf swing. So what happens if our body does not rotate? Typically what will happen is that our arms will finish the job. So when I turn back, if I only turn back halfway right here and I still want to go to the top, well, my arms are going to want to lift. Or from this angle, if I only turn the ball right here, my arms are going to want to lift. So they're finishing the job. And when I do that, when my arms lift and they become very vertical in the backswing, they're going to become very vertical in the downswing. Okay, and they're going to produce a path to the golf ball that creates slice, okay, and it takes a lot of distance off of the ball. So to help us with better power, to help us really to maintain consistency this time of year, is your one thought is to try to complete your turn, to complete your rotation on both sides of the ball. So what you're trying to do, you're trying to turn your left shoulder, if you're a right-handed golfer, trying to turn your left shoulder behind the golf ball on the way back, and then turn your right shoulder through in front of the golf ball on the way through, okay? So I got a couple tips for you to help you to work on this time of year. Number one is try to get yourself to the range maybe a few minutes earlier than you typically would to help loosen up the body. Put that club behind your shoulders, loosen it up, feel your shoulders and your hips really stretch out, okay? Number two, if you're still having trouble, what I would recommend is modifying your stance. So your stance, if this is a square stance right here, if this is square, okay, for a right-handed golfer, go ahead and take your right foot and drop it back about 2 inches from the level of your left foot. Okay, again, I'll try this again. So this is level. I'm going to check my right foot and just move it back off of my line about 2 inches. And you can even flare your right foot. You can take your right toe and point it a little bit more into right field. What this does is it just presets your ability to rotate. So you're kind of already starting yourself in that rotation sense. So my hips and my shoulders have already rotated slightly to begin with. So it's going to increase your range of motion. Okay, and then from that point, your only thought is to try to complete your turn on both sides of the ball. So if we want to maintain power, if we want to maintain our consistency, I highly recommend working on your turn, working on your ability of your body to rotate, especially this time of year. So come on out. It's a great time of year to play golf and work on your turn. I know it's going to help, and we'll see those scores start to drop more and more each round.